And Todd is calling off work. Nope, he's just off work. But he took a nap to make the show. And this entire studio has taken an entire makeover. I missed you guys. We haven't went live in 10 days. It's been kind of insane. But it's like we never skipped a beat because El Fuego coming in with a $10 super chat already. On behalf of the LLWA Green Team, we appreciate your dedication to the community. Special shout out to Cornut for fulfilling my 2016 Forerunner upgrade dreams this coming spring. Drop that Friday song, and it's Friday, and it's just not the same without you guys, man. No Friday, no Tuesday, but here we are, Friday again, and let's kick this thing off. Would you look at it?
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
Not the same, but I have been a busy bee, and I'm just glad we get to kick back and relax. We get to look at it, and it's Friday, the weekend's coming, kicking it with Andy, 50% off discount codes, bullfrogs, the whole nine. Let's freaking go. Is it my time to go? Am I supposed to go now? I think I'm supposed to start. Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are live. It's Friday. Hopefully no hiccups. And I was surprised that the show was going to happen tonight. I'm like, I can't miss another show. Long story short, half of Streamlabs information for the past, 4 months gone. So some things are different, and I tried to put it back to how it is with all the overlays and stuff, and did not sleep the night before. Slept last night. It was great. But I was like, oh no, this is bad. This is like the entire stream. Other than that, I've been doing a lot in the studio, keeping up on things and fixing things and getting ready for the next Kicking It with Andy and learning about the SX amplifiers. And we're going to be talking about those on Tuesday. How they work, amp dyno it, the whole nine, the RC remote control that I just fired up this week. I've had those amps for almost 2 years, but I did not have the power to turn on the remote, and I just jerry-rigged it. I'm like, I'm going to try it. I want to get it running. So it's going to be fun Tuesday. Make sure you tune in. And thank you guys for tuning in tonight. 33 on YouTube, 36 altogether, and 18 likes. Smash the like, guys. I know you know the deal, but appreciate you tuning in. I seen Uncle Bobby B up in here. We can't start the show. Now we can go live.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
Thank you for being here, guys. And again, El Fuego, thank you so much for the super chat. The green team, you guys are amazing. I love you. Thank you for being here. Christopher, hello. Andy, what is up? Man, I missed you guys. I really did. And I know everyone's looking forward to the after party, but yeah, we'll do it. I can't stay on for 4 hours. I got more to do. Wires to run, voltage drop on the amp dyno? No bueno, we need to fix that before Tuesday. But either way, thank you guys for tuning in. CAE, what is up? Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Garrick, what is up? Put the smackdown on the like button. It's that easy. You just got to hit the thing. You know the thing that goes like that? That's it. Joe Organ, what is up? Thank you for tuning in. And heard Cornut hooked you up. He got a Livin' Loud with Andy t-shirt. Cornut, thank you so much for doing that for Joe. Appreciate you for watching the show, man. And thank you for being here tonight. There's Dobby. What's going on, Dobby? Hey, speaking of Dobby, I've been messing with a little bit of Adobe Illustrator, and I quite like it. I really do like it, actually. It's fun. Dobby does all the artwork and amazing stuff, and I gotta dabble into it. I got some new adventures maybe coming around the corner. Juan, what is up? Nice touch. Appreciate you for hanging out and just constantly uploading stuff in Kicker Club, man. Like this guy, if you go in Kicker Club, you don't have to look far. You'll see a post from him just sharing stuff from all over the place and his own thoughts on stuff. So appreciate what you do, man. And thank you for being here tonight. You guys are awesome. Garrick has been part of the green team for 12 months. Congratulations, Garrick. Thank you guys for being part of the green team. Yes, I have been adding monitors, computers, the whole nine, man. It has been kind of crazy, and I'm having fun. I am having fun. Andy is MacGyver. You know what, man? Sometimes in life, it's like you just gotta try it. You look at it, and then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. If it blows up, it's not like they're very hard to find, right? You know. Thank goodness for the moped, had some extra little connectors to it, and I'm like, well, it's like an amplifier, right? Should be okay, and it fired right up, so it's good for amp dyno presentation, what we're going to do on Tuesday. It's going to be fun, but yeah, the guys got those amplifiers for me and the SXRC, but no one noticed that the power cable that went into the SXRC was missing, and I'm like, well, there goes that. We kind of need that. I've been dying to do these amplifiers and talk about them. It's going to be fun on Tuesday. What's going on, Sean Lynn? Hey, Andy, since I like lighting money on fire, that 50% off discount code sounds like a really good excuse to buy the F-150 Kicker L7T box. And man, that box is really cool. I think they should have that on the website. You know, we got to have Kicker just queued up over here. You can't not. And I think it would be under car audio, loaded enclosures, and oh yeah, there it is, L7T truck-specific enclosures. And man, these things are just, they're meant to do what they're meant to do. They're not going to do a 150, but man, these things are nice. And you're doing it for a F-150, so I'm guessing the Ford, yeah. So that's got the, looks like forward up firing or down firing. I'm not too sure because I know they got different variations. No, that's down firing. I love down firing enclosures just because you get that little bit of bonus of, you know, boundary loading in a sense. And I don't know. It's just that type of setup for a truck works a little bit easier, maybe not be as loud as it could be if you just got rid of the back seat, but it definitely works, man. 1000%. And we usually rig it for some people, but Sean's been tuning in a lot. We'll see what we can do. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Shoop Dog, what is up? Missed you too, man. And man, you guys are awesome for tuning in. I'm like, no one's gonna tune in. They're gonna be like, oh, Andy goes live. Oh no, I forgot. It's been more than 3 days. Everyone's, just short-term memory. I have that problem too. Now with the live streams, it's like, it's dedication. So I appreciate you guys that tune in, man. I missed a couple of shows. Did the time change? Fridays, they've always been 10 o'clock since the, start of time. But Tuesdays for the after show, unmasked after show, instead of 10:30, that will be 10. So 10 and 10, other than when I go live instead of Kicker. That's when it'll be 8:30, but that's self-explanatory for most. Yeah, every other Tuesday, 8:30, every other Tuesday, 10, and every Friday at 10. But those 8:30 shows are cool because you get the win Kicker stuff, man. Appreciate you tuning in, Anthony. Just figured I'd let you guys know. Take a look at it. Thank you for tuning in. Jimmy Simpkins, appreciate you for hanging out with us again, man. We got Cornut up in here. We got to drop it, Cornut.
Cornut.
Love you, Cornut. Appreciate you, man. Rick Honeycutt, hello. When will the new L7 grills be available? Good question. I know they debuted those at SEMA, and they're not on the website yet. I mean, they do have the grills, but I know exactly which ones you're talking about because I know guys were like, hey, man, I need that. Like the Comp Q grills were amazing. And there is a super chat of some sort, but we got to look at the grills. Yeah, let me see if they got them on here yet online. No, they just got the original ones here, but they are coming out with a mesh style grill, and I don't know when yet. I would assume pretty soon. A lot of things are dropping. A lot of winks have been wonked, and I'm excited, man. Regardless if Slamology happens, and it's just there's a lot of things coming down the pipeline, and we're just in that limbo. And SEMA was awesome, man, with just all the new stuff they got with the loaded enclosures, the grills, well, the LX amplifiers here, and all that other fun stuff, man. And we got is this what it is right here? Garrick with a $10 super chat. Appreciate you, man. Got my wife's Livin Loud with Andy purple t-shirt. She absolutely loves it. She said Cookie Monster is so cute, and I am so happy you got that, Garrick. We had, if you didn't know, we had a little bit of issues with shipping or something like that. I'm like, you know what? I got you, Garrick. Appreciate you, man. And yeah, we made that specifically for Garrick. That was an older design. I'm like, Dubby, we need to remake this design. All Livin Loud with Andy font change, so had to do a few things. So appreciate you, Dubby, and I'm so glad that you got that, and hope she enjoys it. And thank you for just supporting, man. Repping Livin Loud with Andy and tuning into the shows. And I know you got to watch your SmackDown show. I understand, priorities, but you're here. So thank you, man. Appreciate you. And thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Why isn't a sub going? You know what? That's the one thing I forgot to click. I got the like thing going because that's a whole thing. I forgot to turn on the SwitchBot. I mean, I can manually do it. There we go. Boom. That helps, but there's an automatic feature in here that I just literally, when I get a super chat, it just does it. All right. Let me make sure this is good. Platforms, YouTube, and live. And is it monitoring? Yes, now it is monitoring. Awesome. Thank you so much, Garrick. Appreciate you guys. Kyle Davis, what is up? Man, there is a lot, and I know I'm not going to be able to talk about everything. There's so much going on, some things I can't talk about, but this studio, built a new computer, been working on so much, went out, picked up a bunch of parts off of Mike, fixed Bryson's computer, this old Gateway computer. I just, it's that's why it's in the freaking thumbnail. Like, we got the Gateway computer from like 1999. Yeah, it's definitely running, okay? We got there it is down there and everything. We got some old Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed, Tiger Woods 2000 Collector Edition. Yeah, we are good to go. And there is, well, I guess we could go over here, right? Yeah, because I had this over here. Zoom out a little bit. There's a PC. You can't see the inside. We got a kicker PC over there. We got 2 kicker PCs. We got 4 monitors just right here, man. It is insane. For everything that I need for the show, for everything to work. It's been so much, and it's still not done. It's almost done. And then fixing the amp dyno, and now I got to fix it again, and just, you know, just different things to make all the tests work good. And yeah, so it's been a lot. There's a few changes in here. The kicker clock is still off, if you were wondering. It's still off. It's not 11 o'clock. It's not, well, I guess it's only like an hour off, so it's kind of close. I need to get new hands for it. They get stuck. I don't know why they get stuck. Appreciate you guys. Beat Dev. Appreciate you, man. How you been? El Fuego. See, that's why I have this over here. I can read the earliest chat. We got Blake up in here. Of course, we got W. El Fuego. Rick. Thank you, sir. Cracker. Any new word on Slamology 2025? Nothing yet. I seen a post from Denise, and she said, because there was a post, she said, I think it was on Bayside's on a Budget, she said that there should be some kind of release about it in under 10 days. Now, that's news to me, which is good. So is it going to be good news? Is it going to be bad news? Is it going to be location? Or is it, you know, like, I don't know, but that was public. And I guess I feel free to talk about it. And I know you guys have been asking, you know, Slamology. So we'll see. I mean, I don't think they would have said anything if they were going to be like, hey, not going to happen this year. Cool down, you know, just wouldn't have said anything. But I feel like they are going to just locking down the location, man. And to have a venue the size of Slamology, it's like, oh yeah, where are we going to have the Super Bowl this year? Yeah, we just have it, you know, at some high school. No, you need a big chunk of land. You need permission from the town. You need all kinds of stuff. And I know they've done it, but just in a whole new environment, that is not easy. So I'm excited. Hopefully something comes down the line, but we'll get there. Thank you for tuning in, Adrian. How you been, man? How you been? Cedric, what is up? Man, we got 46 of you guys all up in here, 41 on YouTube. Love you guys. Happy Friday. Andy, I think I have that SXRC cable. I'll check when my head stops hurting. That would be awesome for long-term use. Right now, it's like this little tiny 2 connector thing. You know, it's for a radio for speakers for my moped. And then, obviously, it needs 3. So then I took a, you know, just like the little connectors for a Molex, you know, plug. Since I was messing with computers, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll pull something out of there. Don't need that. And boom, it just slid right over and it fit. But still, that would be awesome. Thank you, Ashy. I know he's got quite the kicker collection back at home. Stuart, what is up? Thank you guys for tuning in. You know what? I do have the TikTok live. We got 2 people watching on TikTok. Let me see. Where's my mouse? Too far. There we go. Abby Rose joined. Appreciate you guys. Smash the heart. We got 1 rose already. You guys are awesome. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Gotta love TikTok. Gotta love it. JL Tweak 88. Yeah, those are cool. I never personally messed with one, but I heard good results from them. I really have. What's going on, Mark? Yeah, it's getting a little cold. I'm feeling a little icy, a little rusty, but we're going. Joe Keenan, thank you for hanging out. Hope you've been well, man. Appreciate you. See you guys liking stuff on Facebook, and I just see what you guys do in the community. And Joe Keenan, he's one of the guys. He's out there, so appreciate what you do, man. And thank you for being here tonight. WWWWW. Yeah, it's way too cold for a motorcycle out here. Todd, how's the Team SP Loud going? Please tell me something good. You know, I won't tell you something good or bad. I just haven't done anything on it. I've been kind of putting a lot off with just that location. I know I've been talking to Seth about it with a location that's about an hour away from me that would probably work out. See, now the sub's working. Okay, good. Would you look at it? Would you just look at it? I'm working on it, Todd. I am working on it. And Kibo just gifted 20 memberships. Hold on. Hold on. We need the gifted membership.
Bass hitting hard. Yeah, yeah. Turn down for what? Okay.
I see Blake in here. I see him. I see him. I see him.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
You know who else is a difference maker? Kibo. Kibo is a difference maker, and he just can't stop looking, riding J5. And you know what, man? They're a good dynamic duo. Just look at them. Just look at them, man. Jeez, come on, Ernie, back up. Jeez, come on, back up. Get out of here. Appreciate you, Kibo, and thank you for gifting the Green Team members. You guys are awesome. And as you can see, 171, that should bump up because I think we were at like 171 when we started. Takes like a few seconds for that to go through. But either way, you guys are awesome. And on the top, man, just everything I've added, changed. Oh, and we have a new website, livinloud.tv. You could type www, doesn't matter. livinloud.tv. I wanted to shorten it. New page, new website. A lot of the things are the same, but it looks entirely different. And I just started to do it. It works. It's a landing page, and yeah, it's got a subwoofer flexing. I mean, it doesn't get much cooler than that. And of course, we got our giveaway and t-shirts and more, shirt store, all that fun stuff. But just the basic stuff. And I wanted something that had a little bit more flexibility than the one that I had. The main reason, as soon as they tried to do resizing, they messed up. And as soon as you put it on a desktop, it was like huge. And I'm like, oh my God, this is bad. Like no, like Double E's like, why is your website so big? You don't want to know. It was just Universe website builder. Name, no, goodbye, gone. And this is a little bit easier and more intuitive. Appreciate you guys. There's Blake. There's Professor Blake. Thank you for tuning in, Professor Blake. Hope you've been well, sir. Sean Richard, hello. Thank you for hanging out again tonight, man. You guys are awesome. 43 of you guys are here. Love ya. There's Riccone. Any new words? Slam. Got it. There's Bew. He's telling me shut up. Slamology is probably going to be the lowest turnout ever. And you know what? I'm not going to disagree with you on that. Just because even if it was a new location and they told us when we were at Slam, like, hey guys, we're going to be in Texas. We're going to be in Tennessee. We're going to be in Indianapolis, but 3 hours up. Regardless of where it was going to be, even if it's in the same location area, people might not want to go. They don't know the venue. They don't know if they can drive their RV, whatever the situation is, or even just flights out. I get it now. It's a little, late, vacations, call-offs, stuff like that. And normal people with normal jobs usually have to do that. I don't, but at the same time, I totally understand. And you got to put in your vacation days. And yeah, so it's going to suck, but it's still going to be Slamology, and you got to keep it going if it even happens. Come on, Donnie. Come on. We need to know. Just a little bit of input. Just a little bit of input. We need just a little bit. Thank you, Kibo. Cracker says, I have been working about a year now for representing Andy and Kicker for Slamology. I hope they can continue on the legacy. I know the future is looking dim, but after I seen that comment from Denise, I was like, oh, okay, that's some good input. Regardless, we're going to find something out soon, regardless if it's happening this year or not, or where it's going to be. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's something different, just like the Shake a Lake event that they were having too. Now, I thought about that. That was March 28th to 30th, and it's the World of Wheels, and then they're going to have a demo area outside, and I think that's a good idea. Like, I'm always on board for another venue like a car show. Well, World of Wheels is the car show, and to bring the bass, like that's the type of stuff where, you go on Donut Media and you see some subwoofers and it's like, oh yeah, because they go there for the car show. So it is cool. But me running my own shows, and I'm sure Donnie knows, and just anybody that runs a show, People are either going to complain that are at the show and or the neighbors around it if you start getting pretty loud guys, which we know a few loud guys around the area. So there is that. And that kicker just keeps on kicking. I'm glad I got it going. You just got to look at it. You just got to look at it. Super Ernie Jr., appreciate you for tuning in. And, man, he likes that 50% off discount code. I know he does. Thank you for hanging out with us. Little Birdie's Dubby. I wouldn't trust a little birdie. Unless it's coming from the horse's mouth. Okay, maybe not Deviant's mouth. I wouldn't trust everything that's coming out of that one. But normal horses. Not that he's not normal. We love Deviant, okay? We love him. But, yeah, hopefully it just works. Hopefully it works. New location. Get ready to go. Yeah, if you can make it, great. Can't, okay. There's always next year. And there was a year we didn't have Slamology, like, at all. I mean, the whole world shut down, COVID, but still. Thank you for liking the live, Mr. Loud. Keebers. El Fuego says, I'm retiring my 200-watt Hardy bass guitar amplifier to power a car audio sub. Has anyone ever tried this? With amplifiers of guitars, I don't know. I guess it would be the same thing because, you're just sending like the guitar signal to the amplifier and then it's making the sound, right? And anything that's like 110 volt, like home audio, like I've done it. I know people have done it, like the whole inverter, and you got to have the right inverter size, and like my 60 CD changer that I was talking about before, just like the Sony stuff with like shelf speakers, but then like hooking up some subwoofers to it in the car to actually power it, and does it work? Sure. But then it's like a lot of extra stuff that you got to do, like maybe even like a Bluetooth duplicator. And then hopefully there's no latency in between. You can do auxiliary splitting so that you're sending, the amplifier for the guitar, one signal, and then also giving your head unit the same signal and, so that you can blend it together. It does work. I mean, it's not very practical, but yes, I have tried things like that, El Fuego, and you know what? You got to try it. You just got to try it once in a while. Maybe not everything. Thank you to Keebers. Me, my wife, opening store in Irwin Oak Street. That is awesome, Cedric. Are you guys doing like the whole like t-shirt merchandise stuff? Because I know they made some like awesome plates and stuff, and they are awesome people, man. How was Dubby not already green? You're telling me. Dubby, why weren't you already on the green team? I'm getting upset now. Kibo's making me upset. Come on. Come on. Thank you for donating. Nah, Blake's not there. Blake is not. He's not here. Okay. I wasn't. Okay, I wasn't sure. He's not here. The camera was zooming in on that beard. The beard is weird. The beard is weird. Man, I'm behind. Play it and live it. Appreciate you guys. Sup, miss a lot of your shows, but I'm here today. It's okay, man. And that's why we do 2 shows a week, 8 shows a month, and there's a good chance you're going to at least watch one of them. So appreciate that you're here tonight, and thank you for tuning in. And I also fixed the camera. Look, I am shaking it crazy, and I'm barely shaking. I forgot I had stabilization on this camera. It's just the little things. Like, even changed, like, the keyboard. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a fun week, and I feel like I should have got more done than I did, but I feel a lot better, more confident. Like, I was even messing with the microphone today, and it just started shutting off. I'm like, is it the cable? I hope it's the cable. I ain't buying another Elgato Wave. And yeah, it was the back of the cable on the computer. I've been messing with the computer past like month, and the wire was just a little loose. Pushed it right back in, and now we're good to go. It's kind of crazy. Stock radio. Radio. How many dBs do I need to hit to be considered living loud? Man. All right. Honest truth, at least a 40. You got to be at the 140 range. If you're under the 140 range, it's not that you're not loud. It's maybe you're going for something a little bit different, and you don't need to knock your socks off. And you still are going to hear a 135 dB system coming down the road like 2 blocks away. You're still going to hear it. But I would say at least at 140 is that threshold of like, yeah, you're kind of doing something now. Like you are making waves. Someone gets in your car, they're not going to be like, oh, your system sounds so good. No, they're going to be like, oh my God, this is really loud. And they start covering their ears. That's definitely my number. It's always been my number. And it could be different too. A 140 at 20 hertz versus a 140 at 60 hertz. That 60 hertz is going to sound like a 50 to you. It's going to sound like the 50, but the 20 is going to feel like you're doing a 150, but because it's so low, it's such a low frequency, it's a lot of wind, at a 140. Yeah, there we go. See, that's it's literally the number. And I know people say 150s or 140s and 150, like 160 is a new 150 kind of stuff, and it's like it's always, the race to like 500 dBs or the race to 0 ohms or whichever, and I'm a realist. I would say literally 140. And it ain't going to change. It's just not going to change unless we've been metering things wrong like we used to back in the 1990s. I don't think that number is going to change one bit. Absolutely. We got 4950 guys in here tonight. 37 likes. Appreciate you. Drop an emoji and me look at it. Look at them ones floating up there right now. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. New guys, old guys, green guys, gray guys, bald guys, all of them. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here tonight. I know it's sad that they're dead. It really is. I like their channel, but it's like, now it's different, everyone left. Yeah. But it was a good channel. I liked it. It was funny. What's the update on the Solo X18? Oh God, something's in my eye. Oh man. I don't know. Soon, hopefully. The date I can't mention. I just know that I'm getting excited. We'll say that. So I would say soon. Of what I can say. And, whatever else they got coming down the pipeline, man, lots of winks have been wonked. Thank you for tuning in, Shannon. I haven't seen him in so long. I know. I think 25's got a new job. Let's see. Deviant's busy rapping. He is busy rapping. Let's see. I just picked up 2 Kicker L78s at 4 ohms with an LX3000. Nice, man. I mean, what's that? 600 RMS, 500. Wait, the L78s. Yeah, because they're 8, 10, 600. So it had to be 450. Yeah, it's 450 RMS. Yeah, that's a lot of power. But I mean, with me, I like putting more power than I need. You just have to play responsible with it. That's kind of the whole thing. And you can actually play a lot more power than you think you can because you're never going to clip as long as your electrical is good to a certain point. I mean, if you just turn it all the way up, everything all the way up, yeah, you're still going to clip. But to what the speakers can normally handle, mechanical and all that kind of fun stuff, absolutely. 4 ohms. Okay, there we go. Okay. I mean, that's nice. I mean, you can even run it at, whichever impedance. It's just how you can even lower the gain. But, it's just play it within reason. That's it. But if you want to have like a fail-safe kind of thing, yeah, you can always wire up. It's literally going to limit your amount of power. Just more resistance in the run of the speakers, of your wire, and just all that fun stuff, man. You can't out physics. You just can't. 1100 waiting on my custom enclosure for a 2018 Nissan Titan. Let's go. Let's see how this sounds. I mean, yeah, if they're the dual 4s and you're going to be at 4, there's 4 of them. So I think now that'd be dual 2s. But either way, I mean, you could probably, I think you could wire it like no, it'd be solid. I think it would be like 2, no, 4. It would have to be like half ohm or something weird. Yeah, half ohm. 4 is tough to do in my head. 4 is definitely tough. And I don't know exactly which one you have. I'm just guessing. But, yeah, I mean, shoot. On the 1100 amount of watts on 4 of the 8s, like, I have one over there, and I can just, like, divide it by 4. That's plenty of power. But, if you can wire it a little bit lower, I don't think it's technically going to make the system just blow up. It's... Me, like I said, man, even like 2,000 watts RMS on 4 of those, I think that's just right. Maybe a little bit more since we're like 500 watts woofer. Yeah, but it just depends wiring configurations, and that's the thing you always got to think about when you buy this stuff. What's my final load going to be, and what am I going to be happy with? And Sometimes you might not always know that. And that's the cool thing about doing the YouTube stuff. And I do want to do more of that, but, you know, time and the live streams and all that. But there is tons of other channels where people are trying different things. And it just takes the guessing game out of it. Really does. Michael, can I get a demo and Slam at Slam this year? As long as we get a Slamology, I got you, man. And I have a feeling there might be a new cookie in that box. Man, there's something in my eye. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, there we go. Bass guitar amps don't tend to have a flat response, and they're meant for higher ohm loads. What do you mean, higher ohms? We don't like higher ohms, Blake. We like no ohms, just low as we can go. I wouldn't use one for a woofer, you know, and right. And then you're going to have to add some, you're not going to have any crossover capability. I mean, you could do it with a head unit with RCAs coming. I mean, that's just not even that. I mean, I guess you could. Yeah, you could. But that's just like a whole lot of work for a little bit of, you know, performance. But if that's all you got, I mean, that's all you got to do. Man, we got 80 of you guys in here tonight, just on YouTube. 40 likes. Smash the likes. Love you guys. I have missed you. Bobby B, I sent you some pictures on Facebook Messenger. I don't have that loaded up, Bobby. I do not have that loaded up. The beard at least doesn't look like a snap filter anymore. Hey, come on, Blake. Come on. You know, man, I have been learning to, like, just fix it the right way. And, like, dude, it's just like, man, I had to restart the whole thing. I went too low, and I'm like, oh, my God, let me just refill it up here, like, with God, like hair. It just takes forever, man. And it looks all right. I'm good with it, and we're here. We're here. You're right, Blake. He should use a welder as amplifier instead. Then he can compare it on Terrams. I mean, there is that. There is that. Let's see. All right, what do we got from Bobby? Is it an eyeball picture? Is it a picture of an eyeball? What do we got here? Oh, would you look at that. Battery, distro, and a ferrule connector. I like it, I like it. And it looks good. I mean, you know, some people are going to say, don't do this on your stock battery, you know, but I mean, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. I mean, it gets by. And, you know, they do make kicker OEM of that, and they're nice. They're non-impeding. You won't have to put them sideways. Yeah, they have less inputs and outputs, but I think for the most part, all you need is one in and one out of zero gauge, and that's what they give you. Oh, Wade Hensley throwing the pennies.
I got pennies.
Appreciate you, Wade. Love you, man. And he always goes, oh, yes. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just keeping up on Kicker Club, man. Appreciate all that you do. And look, the kicker's going. Would you look at it? So you can hear it. Elgato's got a new noise canceling thing, and it's better than her old one, so you're not going to hear nothing, which is cool. But either way, thank you so much, Wade. Uh-oh, wrong channel. Uh-oh, wrong channel. Did I win anything? Not yet. Not yet. That's for Tuesday, sir. Fridays are fun days. We kick back, we relax, we look at all 60 people on the show with 44 likes. We tell them to smash the like. Kind of like this.
Just hit the like.
Just hit the like. Come on, just listen to Dave. Just hit the like. And appreciate you tuning in, though. Andy, no update on the Volvo. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. When is the Solo X18 coming out? Soon. But how soon? You know, that's always the question. I don't know. I'm not at liberty to say. And I still don't know. But like I said, a lot of winks have been wonked. Thank you for tuning in, Troy. Appreciate you. Missed you, man. How you been, sir? April Fool's Day. Race to 500 dB and 2 Solo X. Oh, 2 Explode X. The explodes. You don't want to mess with them explodes, man. You really don't. And that's what happens when they're 500 dB. They will just blow you over. It's like in the movies, a gunshot, you know? Yeah, you just fly back. You can power it on a Teraamps. Yes, yes, yes. Jason, thank you for tuning in. I just picked up a Dayton Audio UMM6 RTA microphone for $80. It's rated to measure up to 135 dB, so tune your system and measure SPL up to a limit. Right, and I feel like, you know, whenever you have a normal microphone, depending how it's weighted and stuff like that, it can read. It's just if the diaphragm, in a sense, a diaphragm for an SPL meter is a speaker, okay? In a sense, a microphone is a speaker, just reversed. It takes what it's getting sent, and then it goes out to another speaker in your ears or into processing for measuring output and all that other fun stuff. So whatever they say the cap's 135 dB, that's like more of like a physical limitation of that diaphragm. And for it to be able to measure, you know, really loud frequencies, that speaker inside has got to be, it's got to have a nice suspension, meaning that it might not be as sensitive to like higher frequencies and picking stuff up at lower audio levels. And the SPL lab or term lab are not really good for that. You need an RTA to pick up the more sensitive and lower decibel things because it has a stiff diaphragm on the microphone. But right, and that's why, like, oh yeah, which one's better? Is my phone accurate or an SPL? Well, they technically both are, but you're supposed to be measuring in the right parameters, if that makes sense to you. That's how they work, and that's how you got to think about it. So absolutely, man, it's nice to have a handheld meter just so that you can look at, you know, how loud is kind of just everything. Like, what am I hearing? A 140 dB system on a term lab or an SPL lab is not 140 dB on your handheld. It's probably like 120, 115. But that's the numbers you kind of got to look at, too, of how long you're listening to that. And when you're looking at those charts of audible listening levels, like if you listen to 120 dBs for like 8 hours, you could, you know, lose some hearing. What was that? Thought someone said something. Anyway, moving on. And it's just kind of like those are the numbers you look at for that, but not with SPL because those meter numbers are a little bit different. A little bit different. Sepatown, my demies. Yo, Wade. Solo X15 Perfecto. And I mean, it is kind of perfect. If we can look at one. I like looking at things if you know, didn't know. Oh, the gateway turned on. Moving on. Love gateway. Moving on. Yep, there it is. The Solo X15. And it is muy perfecto. You know, it's a beautiful driver. Like, just look at the angles. Like, I didn't even do anything with the lighting. Like, that is just what it looks like. And Kicker always knocks out, like, regardless of your opinions on performance and whatever, they make pretty nice looking things, you know? They're nice to look at. And for that one, absolutely. Perfecto. What is up, Budget Audio with Jay? Appreciate you tuning in. Man, I'm so glad. Had a big audience tonight, 50 plus for majority of the time. You guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in. I missed you guys. I really missed you. And I see green over there. Oh, there it is. There it is. I love it. I need more monitors. You won't even be able to see me. It'll just be monitors everywhere. Thank you so much, Shannon.
Well, would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
All right, I'm looking at it. I know it's been discussed already, but it has been in talks with Kicker. They will bring out a Kicker Warhorse amp that is half ohm to accommodate some box rise. And you know, like, I know we mentioned that before, and with, oh man, I see something orange. Oh, there's Dave. I see Dave. He's like, forget what you're talking about.
Just hit the like.
Just hit the like. I see you, Dave. But right, with that, it's just kind of like, you know, I feel like the Warhorse, if you put it in like that competition mode, supposedly you can like send it higher voltage. I haven't tested that between like, you know, normal Warhorse setting and then in competition mode and higher voltage and then power and maybe lower impedance, I guess, resistance, stability of just the amount of current that's passing through the amplifier. Does it have a high current mode? I don't know. I haven't heard them personally say that. But other ways of, like, you know, accepting higher voltages alongside with like locking the gain and opening up the crossovers in competition mode. But I feel like, man, if you have a Warhorse, I've seen it done, I've done it, and you run it at half ohm, and whenever you have impedance rise, your box rise, your impedance curve, you know, the amount of pressure that is being generated inside the enclosure from the woofer pushing back, and then the air volume cushion pushing back on the cone, and then back and forth, and that's how, you know, you create resistance. And depending on frequency, that amount of pressure that's inside the box or behind the cone and even in front of it changes. So that is why your impedance fluctuates, because of how far the driver's moving with different frequencies. It's not so much just the frequency, it might be that too, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but just how that works with how much the woofer is moving and creating that amount of air volume pressure, the rarefying, rectifying of the air pressure inside the enclosure is where you're having that. So you're gonna have rise. You're gonna start at 1 ohm, and normal boxes, you're gonna go anywhere from multiply that by 1.5 to 4. Like, that is the normal range. And if you run it at half ohm from the beginning, that's why you see 1 ohm, 2 ohm instead of 1 ohm, 4 ohm when you're playing music. And I feel like it does come down to the amplifier design. And the one thing, like, I don't want to just say, oh yeah, just run your amps at half ohm, and you know what I do here. But at the same time, if you're going to do it on a kicker amp, because it's going to tell you if there's a problem. It's not going to be like another amplifier where it just goes poof in flames and you're done, you're out of money, and the company says, who are you? You know, so if you're going to try it, do it with them. Appreciate you, Shannon. And there's Dave again. He's throwing, oh yeah, you got it. Oh, look at that. It's like, you know, he already knows.
Just hit the like.
Just hit the like. But we got to throw the 20 too, because that's a $20 like chat.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
Appreciate you, Dave. And Dave has been a difference maker on the channel. I mean, if it wasn't for him, none of y'all would be smashing the like. I mean, there'd be still a few, but I mean, come on now. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you. Hope you have been well. And, you know, Lions, they should have taken it this year. I don't know if I'm going to watch the Super Bowl. I mean, it's just, we've seen it before, but I know I'm still going to watch it. I know Kayla's going to watch it. Taylor Swift's on there. I mean, for the ratings, right? Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Shannon, Wade, man, we had Kibo, El Fuego, everybody, man. You guys are awesome. JB Welded. Yes, you can absolutely, or duct tape. Yeah, that would work. That would work. Yep. There's Dave on Facebook. Mike DePoli. And this is the guy that got so many things going. Gave me all the parts to build a computer. I did it. The only thing I didn't do was put the CPU on the motherboard. The RAM sticks were in there, but I've done that so many times. Thank you so much, Mike. Now I feel confident to, like, if I go out and build one, I could do it, you know? And it's just, thank you for making that first step a little bit easier. I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing it wrong. Because there's more than just that. And with, like, a case that's, like, you know, not specific to the motherboard, you got to figure out which one's the LED, which one's this and this, and plug it into the motherboard, and okay, we're good, right? It's a little bit more complicated than an amplifier system, but at the end of the day, it's still, you know, 1 volt to 12 volt kind of thing. Thank you so much, Mike. And it looks great. Yeah, we had to do away with that front, though, if you notice there's the kicker on the front. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Driving and listening. Thank you for tuning in, Scott. Appreciate you guys. If you got any last questions, not going to keep you guys here all night. We got a Tuesday show. We got the after party. SJC is here. Thank you for being here, SJC. This is the guy that put together the kicker computer, the OG one right over here, man. Thank you so much for tuning in, dude. Just need better hiding places. All right, Professor Blake's got some things. A half ohm stable amp making the same power will cost more than a 1 ohm stable amp. And at that point, people will just wire it at 1/4 ohm anyways. The race to a lower impedance is guys wanting to look cool. I know. And that's the thing, because for an amplifier to do the same amount of power, like a 1 ohm, 1000 watt board, we're just going to say, you know, and we'll just make it a half ohm board that's 1000 watts. You're going to need to double the current to do that 1000 watts. less voltage, but still current is what's going to cost, to be able to carry that current through the amplifier to create the power, and it's just kind of like working backwards, like, oh, well, I want to run 12 volt in my house because my car runs on it. Yeah, you're going to need a ton of current. Your cables in your house, you're going to need 0 gauge from every bedroom to the other bedroom so that you don't have any voltage drop. And that's not easy to do. Or you can just run at 10 times the voltage and need 10 times less the current carrying capabilities. Absolutely, Blake. You just got to look at it. You just got to look at it. Thank you, Cracker. Not even for a red Sony ES amp. Oh, he's trying to bribe Dubby. Golden Strong, thank you for hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys here tonight. Voice is fading. It's been a while. I'm rusty. Bro, 2 Solo X12s with Teramp Big Boss 5 thoughts. Okay. I have no problem with Teramps. And I would say, with over the years of them being in our community in the States, okay, they've gotten better, as in a little bit more reliability, being able to wire them a little bit lower. Now, I've never personally owned one, but I've seen them in my lanes. I see them all over the world, people using them, and they work. Excuse me. But there's just a few issues with, maybe from what I hear, potentiometers kind of creeping and maybe longevity. But at the same time, it's like you're getting so much power, right? And if power is all you care about and you're trying to impress a meter and not a girl, then it doesn't matter how bad it sounds as long as it's making a sine wave, right? So that's where, like, regardless, it works. And for the power, and as long as you feed it enough power, you shouldn't have a problem, other than maybe like QC. I don't know. There's always that too, but every amplifier could have that. It's just more or less for each brand and how much you're paying and how much they care. But with the Boss amp version, I hear good things about it compared to the other, like the HD series and just like the base series of, just that. And, they have the versions of like half ohm stable and, that's cool, right? But yeah, I feel like it'll be power wise kind of perfect for 2 Solo X 12s, was it? Yeah, 2 Solo X12s. I mean, you got 4K RMS, 5K RMS sub, and I don't know if it's the Big Boss half version or 1 ohm version. If it's the half version, then I'd grab 2 dual 2s, run in a half ohm, and you'll be sitting pretty, and you'll have enough power over top head of what the subwoofers can handle, and you'll be good. Absolutely. I'm looking up. Oh, Wade is making it rain. You guys are all making it rain tonight.
Make it rain.
Hit it, Michael.
Ready?
Man, that studio looks so different. But it's the same for the most part. But thank you so much, Wade. Don't wire to half ohm. Get an amp with a regulated power supply. And the KXA amplifier did have a regulated power supply. The LX amplifier does not. And I feel like in most cases, people are going to like a regulated power supply of like, okay, I can make all the voltage I want or lower voltage, and the amplifier is still going to generate the same amount of power. And there's some chips in there that make that happen, and then more current, and it still makes the power even though voltage is lower because it pulls more current. And I feel like even that is putting a Band-Aid on a lot of things because, if your voltage is starting to sag and you start to pull more current, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think that, you know, it'll just stay there. Like, my voltage already dropped. It's going to stay right there. Now, what's going to happen is your batteries, since your voltage is already dropping, you're past what the alternator can do, and you're dipping into the capacity of the battery. So it's a race to zero, even with those. They are nice for like maybe like voltage spikes, you know, like if you just got a little bit boom, 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 it's still going to give you what you're kind of looking for. But if for like a long-term solution, like my voltage isn't the best and I just want to be able to play with the same amount of power, maybe you're competing and you're doing it for like a few second burps, then yeah, that makes total sense. But for just a demo system, your everyday car, I don't think it's like, oh, this option's better than this one, because you're still going to run out of capacity in the batteries, even though, you know, it's still making the same power, and you're probably going to lose it faster because you're pulling 2,000 watts instead of dropping down to 1,600 like a normal amplifier, and then you're losing 1,600 watts a second compared to 2,000 watts, and your battery dies faster with a regulated power supply. So there is always that to consider, Wade. There is that, and I feel like that's why Kicker changed the KXA line to not having it, because people were doing that exact thing of, man, my batteries are going down to 8 volts because my amplifier is unrelentless. It just wants more power. It keeps pulling more power, more current to keep up with it. And that is cool. Like, your subwoofers are getting all 2,000 watts, whatever it is. It is cool, though. Don't get me wrong. There is a place for it. And it's smart stuff. It really is. The technology that's in there. 1,000%, man. 1,000%. El Fuego, thanks for the content and the support of the community. Have a safe and fun weekend, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, El Fuego. You have an excellent and fun weekend. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a pillar in the community like you are. And I'm glad that you're feeling better. You're able to be on the live streams. We missed you. I missed you guys, man. This has been a long 10 days. Whenever Kicker, like, bailed last second, I'm like, oh, no. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Like, I already missed Friday. Here we are. So, love you guys. Thank you, El Fuego. All right. See, that's why I need to get that monitor right there, because I want this so I can see all the chat, so I don't miss too much. But like live stuff, you know, like at the very bottom, it's just so I can see that. We got this over here, super chats only. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in, Andy from Sparked Innovations. Just look at that logo. Would you look at that logo? He's got three 15s or 312s in there? I think it's 15s. And looks like a 6-order blow through, or just 6-order wall, man. And I'm excited. We got some extra winks, a lot of winks, and I keep getting notifications about shipping things. I'm excited. I am excited. I don't want to give it away yet. I don't want to give it away. Thank you for being here. Be running 3K amp on my Solo X18 in my 4-door Civic. Nice. I mean, right. And 3K, I feel like for a Solo X model, plenty. It's not too much. It's like the sweet spot. A Warhorse at half ohm on a single Solo X? Yeah, it was a little much. I had to be very careful. Not so much coil, mechanical limit. And that's why, like, whenever that sub did go eventually for mechanical limit on 2 CX1800s at 1 ohm, I'm like, well, I don't think too many people are going to do that. You know, mechanical limit. That is their Achilles heel. I will say that. The Solo X has Achilles heel. Just don't overflex it with like 10,000 watts at like 15 hertz, or it could be 80 hertz. It just don't push it way past its limit forever. Eventually it's going to break, and every speaker is like that. You keep doing that, something's going to give. But that coil, no way, man. That coil is a tank. So if you're playing like, you know, where the speaker's supposed to be playing within its mechanical limit, you're going to have a hard time blowing that coil. And if you do, you are really trying. And he's quite the dag tonight. Thank you, Sean. I'm trying, man. I feel a little rusty, a little tired still, but I'm okay. I missed you guys. I did. Funny dude. Yeah, well, Dubby wouldn't know. let's see. Okay. Blake says a regulated power supply is good for sound quality. And that's what I was thinking too, for like those voltage dips and stuff. You know what I mean? So like you're always getting that there, and it's linear. The amount of power that you're going to be receiving you're without voltage sag at the absolute maximum output of the system. For the vast majority of applications, you'll get more performance from an unregulated power supply. I don't need to say anything more. Blake is the professor here. Regulated power supply voltage don't give you more at low voltage, they give you less at high voltage. Okay, so you're saying that whenever they're regulated, instead of like you would put it at 16 volts, you would get 3K on a normal amplifier. But since it's regulated, it will still give you that 2,500 watts. So then what Kicker must do is they must give it so much headroom where it looks like it's rated at, 13, 14 volts, but really they have it where that amplifier should be a 3,500 watt amplifier so that it still does 2,400 at like 11.8 volts or like 11.5, like that thing is still dumping the power. So that's how it must be. So instead of it pulling up whatever, it's just cutting off the top end of the system. See, I didn't know exactly how that worked out. And that's the thing with audio, man. You're always learning how things work. So note taken. Thank you, Blake. Let's see. Don't forget the merch on Livin Loud with Andy. Appreciate you guys. And yes, we do have the merch store up. If you go to livinloud.tv, shirts and more. I mean, you can go on the homepage. I'm adding to it. They're all there. All you got to do is just click one. It'll take you to the main site. Stay Livin Loud hoodie. I need another one. It turned into a show prop, but an awesome hoodie nonetheless. There's the cookie t-shirt that Garrick just picked up. And then we got El Fuego. He just put in an order for the Livin Loud with Andy banner. This thing is awesome. And I don't have the banner yet, but I got the cup. I already got too many banners in here. Same design that's on the banner, on the cup. And that's a big cup. I like coffee. Lots of stuff on there. Check it out. And thank you for everyone tuning in. Love you so much. And Blake, what's Blake got to say? I know, wait, W says you don't buy a warhorse to drop it in the dirt either. That's exactly it, Andy. It's easier on the power amp, but you need a beefier power supply for the same performance, right? And then when you need beefier anything, it's going to drive up cost. And at the end of the day, do you even need that? Where it's like, you want an efficient amplifier, but, for it to do extra things when it's like, well, maybe I just want to just do it for this. And I don't know. I'm not an engineer by any means, but it's still at the same time, it's cool what they have out there. And even Kicker's changing things all the time, man. They're always learning, and you got to in this community. You got to in this hobby. You always got to keep learning. You can't be the guy that says, well, I've been doing this for 30 years. And they're like, yeah, run a capacitor. Well, what kind? Not that they're wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. Thank you guys so much for watching. Man, this has been an awesome show. I love you guys. I miss doing this. And Tuesday, make sure you tune in to Kicking It With Andy. We do the giveaways, and that's 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on this channel. And yes, of course, we'll be talking about the SX amplifiers that are over there, still kicking, talking about the setup, how they work. And I actually talked to Kip Litzy this week, and he walked me through all that stuff. And, he's the guy that was behind the scene of writing all the code. So everything you see on one of those SX amplifiers, he did that with a spaceship engineer, or a nautical engineer. You know what I'm saying. Love you guys, and I'm going to end the show before I start just stumbling everywhere. Love you. Stay living loud, and I will see you guys on the next one. Yeah, I'm trying to do something all right. Appreciate you guys.
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? living loud.
Dog said it, not me. Appreciate you guys so much. I'm just glad the stream worked. Literally everything fell apart. I wasn't crying, but I pretty much been. I was upset. Looking at it. He's good at looking at it too. Appreciate you guys. Bear Vid has an excellent video on regulated, unregulated. If you want to learn about amplifier design and the pros and cons, he goes live too, man. And he's very interactive. Go check out Bear Vids, and very knowledgeable guy. I need to get him on the pod. Call it that. The live stream. We're a live stream. We're not a podcast. Podcasts are cool, but live streams are cooler. Either way, amazing guy, very smart. Cornut coming in with the clutch Cornut. Clutch Cornut.
Cornut. He does traveling installs.
Dun-it. Love you guys. Stay living loud. And we...